And I believe that all of you are already successful, and no matter what it is you want to achieve, you can get there because success leaves clues. And if you've been successful in your practice, in school, in a sport, all of that stuff is transferable to anything else in life. A couple things that I've noticed over the years about success. Now, success is whatever you want it to be. It could be financial, it could be impact. I think it's really a combination of both. Everyone has their own definition of that. But I want to share 5 clues or 5 traits that lead to success. Is that cool with you guys? Because I believe that success leads clues. And I believe that all of you are already successful. And no matter what it is you want to achieve, you can get there because success leaves clues. And if you've been successful in your practice, in school, in a sport, all of that stuff is transferable to anything else in life. I really want you guys to believe that, okay? Because it's the same stuff. Okay, so number 1, clarity of vision. If you have a clear vision, it's a hell of a lot easier to get there, right? If you don't know where you're going, any road will do. So the first thing we need to do is we need to be super, super clear on where we want to go, right? Now, do we know how to get there necessarily? Maybe, maybe not. But the most important thing is we know what it is we're trying to achieve. That's the first thing. Second, and this is a big challenge for entrepreneurs, is laser focus. How many of you guys have started something and then started something else within a couple weeks? Yeah? High five. Keep it real. Keep it real. Yes. Okay. I can tell you that. Listen, I've been doing this since 2006, and I've befriended many people who have achieved a lot of success in business, and I can promise you, laser focus is one of the most important things you can have. And part of the reason that entrepreneurs lose focus, we'll talk about that this weekend, is the internet, right? Oh, I just saw this thing on Facebook, or this new widget came up on Instagram, or some other person's course, or some other thing. And part of this is understanding that some of that can work, for sure, but can it work for you? I don't know. A really great book called Leadership by Harvard Business Review talked about the number 1 trait of all successful leaders is high levels of self-awareness. If you understand yourself, you can put the blinders on. And you know that this is not right for me, this isn't right for me because I'm on this path, and I'm going to stay focused on this. And it doesn't really matter what path you're on. The key is that you stay on the path, right? It's tough to run on a treadmill if you keep going to the next treadmill or the next treadmill. Stay on one treadmill and just go deep on that. Intelligent action. How many of you guys love hustle, grind, hard work? Yeah? Okay, so Brandy. How many of you have ever felt burnt out before? Okay. So it's not about doing more, it's about doing things the right way. Especially in business, I believe that people who run businesses where they're like promoting hustle and grinds, I'm not too sure what kind of business that's not a business, that's a job, right? And I understand like you can be passionate and you can do what you want to do, but you have to do the right things at the right times. And I'm a big believer in smart action, not just hard action, right? You can get to a certain point with hard work, but there's going to be a plateau. There's going to be a ceiling at which point you have to start building systems that can support what it is you want to achieve. There's no way you can reach 1 billion people, doing hard work. I was telling our team yesterday, we're putting together all the bags, and I was like, this is a prime example of why it's important to have a team. Right? Because if it was just me putting all these bags together, I'd still be doing it, right? So it's really about working smarter, not harder. Number 4 is persistence. Do you guys know the story of the bamboo tree? So check this out. You plant bamboo, it doesn't grow for 4 years. Now, what would most entrepreneurs do? This isn't working, I'm gonna do something else. But check this out. After 4 years, it grows to 80 feet in the space of about 6 weeks. Just like use that as an analogy or a metaphor for your business. And I tell all of you all the time, you are on the cusp. You are on the cusp of that 80-foot growth. And the challenge is how much more can you persist before you, well, hopefully don't give up, because I don't think that's a great option. But always remember that you're one thing away, one tweak away, or as Russell Brunson says, one funnel away from a breakthrough. And I really believe that because I've seen it happen in my own life. I've seen it happen in many other businesses. And the only reason I'm on this stage, and I could honestly be down here because I don't care about being on the stage, the only reason I'm here sharing this with you guys, the only reason that this thing exists is because of persistence. You have to have stamina. You have to be like Rocky. You have to be able to take punches in the face and still believe that you can keep going. That's all it is. I'm telling you guys, the only people who achieve what they achieve, it's not because they're like rocket scientists or super smart. It's honestly because they're super stupid to keep going. Right? Most people are like, why don't you just stop? How much more failure can you take? You have to kind of be a little bit delusional to keep going, right? And I call it delusional optimism. Delusional optimism. You have to be delusionally optimistic to be like, wow, that didn't work. It's okay, it's going to. And everyone else is like, dude, just go make Starbucks lattes or whatever, right? And then 5 is community. Because you become your environment, right? You become your environment. One of the most amazing things about human beings is we have these things called junk DNA, right? Junk DNA, scientists thought were useless. But what junk DNA allows us to do is adapt to our environment, okay? We, out of all species, are probably the most adaptable, which means you can put yourself in a terrible situation and most likely you're gonna reflect that. Or you can take someone from the slums, put them in a great environment, and they're gonna flourish. So community, guys, is super, super important, and that's why this is one of the reasons we host this event, right? We have hundreds of clients that we serve online, which is amazing, but there's nothing more powerful than coming together. So the most successful people that I know are constantly plugged into coaching programs, masterminds, and events like this. And that's why you guys are here. I'm not saying you have to start your own masterminds, but the idea is that you're gonna connect with people, and some people are just gonna hit it off with. And lean into that community because the people you surround yourself with are going to make a major, major impact on your life.